Actually, how much of Bug Island have you seen? Like,
Only clips, small clips.
okay, well, I'll try and sum you up on what's going on. We're playing as a guy named Ray, who
Okay.
who came to this island despite his fear of bugs to be with a girl named Michelle who researches bugs, and some asshole with a shotgun named Mike, who you are apparently friends with, even though he treats you like absolute shit. In the beginning, Ray is talking with Mike about Michelle, and then all of a sudden, Mike asks Michelle to be his girlfriend, because, Mike's a womanizer.
Yeah.
Michelle runs off, and then Mike runs off, and Ray's just all woe is me at the camp. Then he apparently falls asleep while sitting on a log, and everybody's gone. I say that because it just blacks out, and then we see him on a log. He looks up, and there's no one there. So he's running around the island, and then he runs into this researcher named Harry, who is with this girl named Lynn, who's yelling at him about how, like, he's going to get them killed. And then Harry gets attacked by a giant gorilla and dies, I think.
A giant gorilla. Wait, I thought this was Bug Island, not. Like,
Yeah, the first boss in the game is a giant gorilla.
what? You would think
So
that the boss fights would be bugs, but.
so Lynn was also running away. Lynn just disappears. I have no idea where she goes. And then you eventually, after wandering around the island for a little bit, you see Michelle and Mike on a bridge being attacked by a giant spider. Michelle faints, and Mike gets knocked off the edge of the bridge, and he's hanging on by one hand, holding his shotgun in the other. And
Oh,
apparently, the spider has a sense of humor because the spider leaves Mike hanging from the side of the bridge and just sort of hangs out alongside him, waiting for you to get up to the bridge to knock the spider off. At which point, Ray immediately runs past Mike and then tries to go back for Mike just in time so that Mike can fall supposedly to his death, while Ray says, Mike, no! By the way, in case you can't tell from the way I'm acting about this, the voice acting is just great. But actually, before you
I could
get
just.
to the bridge, there's some guy in a weird looking shirt who, it doesn't actually say it, but his name is Robert, who pulls Michelle away from the spider bridge, and who, even though he hasn't talked yet, I will say right now, he has the same voice actor as Ray, and they make no attempt to hide it.
So, okay, I wouldn't have a much of a problem with a guy voicing multiple roles had he try to differentiate his voice to make it convincing that that's two different people. But the fact that they were this lazy with the voice acting is kind of a bit of like an offspring and off-putting. It's like, why?
Actually, there's another character in the game, and he's also voiced by the same voice actor as Ray.
Jesus Christ! How many freaking voices did this guy
So
do?
are you ready for the video?
Yes.
All right,
Jesus,
just ignore that preview image.
that's funny.
Well, I gotta stay thematic with this.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, this is Shadow Snake 123.
Oh God. Hi everyone, and this is probably gonna be like the first time I actually fully watch, like 17 minutes of what like Bug Island footage. So I'm not sure if I'm
Heavily
prepared.
edited Bug Island footage. I cut a lot from this.
Oh God, we're in for a wild ride. Maybe this. I'm probably not gonna get so angry at this. I'm probably just gonna like spend out the whole video, just burst out laughing at what's about to become. But anyway, let's begin.
Okay, ready?
All right.
Three, two, one, play. Now the thing about this level is, listen carefully. Okay, you hear that rumbling sound?
Yeah.
You're going to be hearing that for the entire level.
Lack of sound variation much?
Well, the thing is, it's supposed to be foreshadowing for something that comes up in an area attached to this, but right now we're climbing up on the roof, and sorry for not being able to see anything, but you're kind of supposed to keep the light off at this point. You're going to break open this box on the roof and pick
Now,
up...
if I could just find a napkin.
What?
It's a new health item. Unlike many of the other health items we have, this one causes large amounts of health recovery. And can you guess what that is?
A butterfly, maybe?
I'm talking
Or
about the thing behind it, actually.
God damn it, this game is so dark I can't even tell what the hell anything is.
Okay, that's an instant death shroud of bugs. And that green fountain-looking thing that's in the middle of them is actually the body of a new enemy that we're going to encounter in this level. But in order to trigger it, we have to go into this cabin that we're next to. But first I'm going to grab some rocks.
Okay.
And we will go into the cabin where you still can't see shit.
So do you just use rocks to like throw it at bugs or whatever? Or
yeah,
do they have any...
They're pretty much your strongest throwing weapon.
What?
Well, strongest and most convenient, I guess. But I guess the strongest would be the grenades.
Yeah, because when you first told me about this, I would expect the grenades to be the strongest, but it's like the fact that plain old rocks, which you can pretty much find anywhere in an environment like this.
I love that journal entry, how he talks about how his girlfriend is like basically joining up this group of non-human people, and he's just worried about using her phone. And by the way, you can't see it, but I'm smashing open boxes in here. And the reason I'm doing that is there's a bonus objective to smash open 10 boxes in this level.
And what do you get if you open these 10 boxes?
Purple fragments, which go toward like getting bonus items later on. And now, cutscene. So this is our new enemy type.
They look like lizards.
They are lizard women.
What? Well, okay, yeah, I could tell they were kind of feminine, but lizard women, is that literally what they're called?
Pretty much. This is what the guy who wrote the journal's girlfriend apparently turned into, which I still don't know how that works. Also, lizards do not bleed blue blood, and oh my god, these things take off a decent amount of health.
I got a question. What's the name of the title of this game again?
Escape from Bug Island, but it was originally called Necronesia. So we're just gonna knock it down with 6 rocks and then stab it with a pipe somehow. And then when you kill the first lizard woman, it actually attracts that swarm that we saw earlier. And that clears the path to get toward the area that was blocked off to the north. By the way, you can just evade through these and be fine.
Yeah, wasn't that like the instant death, like flock of bugs that you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, they're not instant death anymore. They do drain your health, but they're not instant death anymore. So we run north, and that eventually gets the lizard woman to stop following us, but it also causes this toxic caterpillar thing to drop down.
Oh, you lost quite a bit of health.
So we're just going to stun lock it with rocks.
I take it you've gotten used to the controls in this game, because I heard some people were not favorable towards the controls or whatever, or...
Some of the controls are really picky, but movement-wise, it's more so just a matter of being used to motion controls in general.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that. I mean...
Turning harder is incredibly sensitive.
Hey, mind if I mention another game? It's kind of like with having to get used to the controls with, I don't know, like Fragile Dreams. Oh yeah, you remember that game, right?
Mm-hmm. Although what I'm doing here is I'm actually equipping the sandbags, which is a new throwing weapon we have, because this is how you're supposed to deal with the lizard women, is by using the sandbags. There's a journal entry in that shed, which is marked by the yellow dot on our radar.
That might be useful.
And it says the guy encountered his girlfriend again. She had fully become a lizard woman somehow. And he hit her in the face with a bag of sand and ran away. That's literally what it says.
So, he hit her with a bag of sand, but he didn't, like... That doesn't mean that she's dead or anything. That just, like, says, oh, I just hit...
The hit detection on this is just wonderful. But you're supposed to hit it in the face with a bag of sand and then just run up to it and smack it a lot.
Okay, I can understand the bag of sand was, like, you know, like his temporary stun lock or whatever, but it's just the way the journal was written. Just was like, what?
It's way more efficient to just hit them with 6 rocks than try using the bag of sand. Oh, breadfruit on the ground. You know what that means? Actually, no, you don't, because you haven't followed this. It means there's a breadfruit tree here. So we're gonna use our rocks to knock it down. Like, watch our flashlight bob up and down. It's like watching the pistons on a car in slow motion. So, since I guess you haven't been watching my other videos on this, and quite frankly, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But, do you want to guess how many health items we have right now?
Close to 100 maybe.
Actually, by the time this video is over,
That looks tasty.
we will have more than 90 health items.
I hate being right sometimes. You know, for a game that's supposed to be a horror game, don't you think they're being too lean with the health items?
I just want to remind you this is on normal difficulty.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, here it is. I was forced to hit her, A button, in the face with a bag of sand.
Oh, God.
This guy shows absolutely no remorse for any of the people he came to the island with. And it's amazing. Oh. There are a bunch of carnivorous plants randomly scattered around parts of this area, and it's very easy to run into them, so gotta kind of keep a lookout for them. Oh, wait. Healing item, yes.
How would you grade the presentation of this game? Like, is the presentation at least decent?
Well, actually, speaking of presentation, there was the corpse of, like, a caterpillar that I guess was supposed to have been eaten by the lizard women, but I can't really tell. So, there's 1 point for presentation. You can tell I'm using my flashlight to kind of strobe and see the lizard woman in the distance without alerting her.
Oh, so that's why you didn't have the flashlight on earlier, just so you didn't have to alert enemies.
Yeah, having the flashlight off prevents you from being alerted to by enemies, but why the blue blood? That still bothers me.
I wonder if this will kill me.
Reptiles do not have blue blood. It's... Wait. Breadfruit on the ground. Look up. Yeah!
Too convenient for health items. You.
Oh, jeez. Whoa, look at that flashlight now.
Did you just, like, glitch it or something?
No, it's the ground shaking. That's just what it does. Wait, oh! There we go.
What's the expiration date on
But
this?
those tremors are supposed to foreshadow something that's...
Did he just say what was the expiration date for these?
Yeah, that's one of his many voice clips that loops every time you pick up a health item. There's what's the expiration date on this? I wonder if this will kill me. Tasty island cuisine. And I think there's one more, but I can't remember it. By the way, killing 5 of those lizard women, bonus objective.
Yeah, I noticed. I was about to point that out.
Yeah, and you don't actually find out what the bonus objectives are until the level is already over, so...
So they don't give you, like, any hints as to what it is? They just, tell you at the last minute or something when you complete the level?
Well, the bonus objectives weren't in the original release of this game. They were just kind of put in as, like, extra incentive or an attempt at replayability? I don't know. But anyway, we're going to go up this ridge.
We gotta make our game very replayable somehow.
And we're going to have another one of these bridge crossing sequences.
How does this work?
You point the Wii Remote at the TV and then twist it from side to side so that the arrow stays in the blue area.
Oh, God.
It's actually not that bad, especially because you can't move any faster than what I just did there. But if you do, like, tilt the wrong way and start to slip, there's a really long recovery time, so it's almost impossible to fall. Now we're gonna get another health item. And that's a bonus objective. I am still baffled by the physiology of a heart mushroom. Oh, wait. Yeah, purple mushroom.
I got a question. Do you think there might be a mushroom you can pick up that if you accidentally eat it, you can actually be poisoned by it? Because there's actually true, legitimately poison mushrooms that you should never eat.
Actually, there's a chance that the purple mushrooms can hurt you. Or it's one of the mushrooms. I can't remember which exactly it is. There's like red ones, brown ones, purple ones. Heart ones increase your health bar. The thing with the lizard women is they'll charge at you at first, but then they just do this slow walk, and it makes them really easy to kill with rocks.
Yeah, we gotta like walk. We gotta like walk.
Tasty island cuisine.
For some reason. I don't get it either.
I'm actually really tempted to play this on hard, just to see what the difficulty change does.
It's kind of like with me when I played DMC Devil May Cry on Son of Sparta.
Anyway, we actually have to cross this bridge to pick up the trunk key. And this means we're going to have to eventually backtrack a little bit. There's another box by this shed over here. Now we're going to go all the way back to that cabin at the start of the level and open up this trunk. And in it we find yet another melee weapon and the key to the next area. I'm running out of things to say.
I'm here. It's like.
Lynn?
Robert!
Lynn, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, you jerk!
Fantastic character development.
I was trying hard to suppress my laughter during the cutscene, but it was hard.
Yeah, the enormous thing under the stand, that's what we've been hearing, and that's why the screen is like rumbling and shaking around as we get closer to this area. Now, oddly enough, that grenades thing at the end, we are not going to do that at all.
So we're not gonna take this journal's like hints at all.
No. Smash open this box. And I actually smashed the boxes out of order, so I have to go back to the one that I missed back in this cabin. And, you know, it was along one of these walls. There it is. I thought it was a barrel, so I missed it the first time. Anyway, that was fun. Now, we're gonna go through the barn.
Yeah, because of the barn key.
And cue the sudden and abrupt terrain change. We went from the jungle to a desert area.
What? So what? You mean to tell me there was like a door that was basically separating like a desert like area to a jungle like area? How does that work?
I think it's a sandbox. I guess you could call this a boss, but all we're going to do is run toward that blinking light on the radar and queue up another cutscene. Try not to laugh.
to mute in order to not say anything during the cutscene.
Oh, you were on mute?
Yes!
So,
Ugh.
so we're gonna stay in this area for a while, but that giant worm isn't going to bother us anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
I don't have the words to describe what the fuck did I just witnessed.
No, we're at... What the... Okay, the area just sort of ends here. And there's this giant cliff leading into nothing. But we're actually doing a lap around this area to find a few more health items. By the way, you can still run through the middle of the map and the worm won't bother you.
Alright.
I guess it was just hungry.
Now, if I could just find a napkin.
Okay, we got that mushroom, and that's it for this area. So, basically, the 3 characters that started off this game are the only 3 characters left alive. So everyone else that's been introduced to this point has pretty much been a waste of space.
Oh, we just need characters and we'll just kill them off eventually. Woohoo.
Because that makes it dramatic.
Yeah.
It makes you want to escape from
Makes you
Bug
wanna stop.
Island.
Yeah.
Couldn't get away.